So they dated back in college, and even now, she still feels like she doesn't really know why they broke up. So she asked us to reach out to the ex and ask him 5 questions about their relationship and their breakup, just so she'd have some closure. Hey, Chelsea.
Hey.
Hey, all right. So explain to us how long we're talking about, how the whole thing ended, etc., etc.
Yeah, it's been about 4 years since graduation. So, honestly, we dated. We knew each other in high school, but we dated in college. Such a good person, and I thought we had a plan, honestly. And then out of the blue, this breakup happens. And, I mean, yeah, I know it's been 4 years, but I still think of him, and I want to honestly know because we really had a really good thing.
So the obvious question is, what was his excuse for breaking up?
He didn't really say much. He just said that he wanted to go on and experience a little bit of living and before settling down. And I mean, yeah, I know people do that, but from what I understand, he hasn't done any of that. So I'm just confused.
Okay. I mean, that's legit. I mean what, you're 23, 24. All you've been doing is focusing on your studies for the last 8 years or whatever. So I just need to be free and just think about myself. I mean, it's not uncommon.
And some people experience living by traveling to places and, racking up experiences. And other people experience living by sitting on their couch.
Mm-hmm. So you said that what you've seen online doesn't indicate that he's living this wild life. What have you seen?
Like I've traveled, me and my best friend, because it really upset me. I took a year off from life here, and then I went and traveled with my best friend. So, yeah, that's why I was thinking that he wanted to get out, maybe date some other women. I don't know, but see some other places. I don't know, but from what I see is that he's right at home doing exactly what we planned to do, which was to go home. He works for his family. And we developed from that. But his life is happening exactly how we planned it, except without me.
Okay, so you sent us 5 questions, hoping that our studio director, Tommy, would reach out to Michael, and Michael would answer all 5, which he has done. So, Kristen has all your questions and all your answers.
All right, Chelsea, your first question for Michael, excuse me, how long had you been planning to break up with me before you actually did? Michael said, I had been thinking about it for many months. I knew it was the right thing to do, even though I really did not want to. I was hoping something would change and it would all work out, even though I knew it wouldn't.
All right, so let's chew on that here for just 1 second. He's saying, I was hoping something would change. I hope it would work out. But in your eyes, things were working out just fine. He had said that he just wants to go and kind of live life. But in your mind, things were fine, right?
Yeah, no, I'm very confused over hoping things would change. Like, I'm baffled by that comment, okay?
Maybe in him. Not necessarily when he says, I was hoping something would change. I mean, obviously that sentence can be taken many different ways. The way I take it is not change about you, but change within him and how he feels about your relationship.
All right, well, maybe we get some more answers here as we go on.
Your second question you had for Michael. You had told me that the reason we were breaking up was because you wanted to experience life before settling down. Was that true? His answer was no. That wasn't true. I did want to experience life, but not without you. However, I didn't want you to miss out on everything your life had to offer just because of me.
I did want to experience life, but not without you. So he was like into it, but he felt like you were going to have to make some sacrifices for him to live the life that he wanted. So he feels, at least in his eyes, that he was sacrificing the relationship for your happiness. He was making the decision for you.
That whole answer confuses the hell out
that
of
doesn't
me.
make any sense.
Any sacrifices that... I don't know any sacrifices.
Yeah, that sounds like an excuse to me. Like, he's in his own eyes, it sounds like to me, the way I'm interpreting it is, like, I let you go because it was best for you. Like, I know we're both I know we're both adults, but you know what? I know what's best for you, so I'm going to make this decision.
It's not you, it's me.
Which is not fair, right?
Well, the next question will say a lot. because you said, if not, and he did say no, that wasn't the real reason. What was the real reason? And Michael said, I never told you, but I know you applied and were accepted to med school. I didn't know that was something you even wanted. But when I found out that you tried, succeeded, and was turning it all down just to stay close to me, I couldn't let that happen. You were bigger than just moving home and marrying me. I couldn't let you follow me and miss out on being you. Now that makes sense. Did you know he knew that?
No. No, I'm sorry, I'm crying. Oh my gosh, how did he find that out?
So I think, again, it's a little unfair. I mean, I think in his eyes, he felt like he was doing the right thing, but not to bring you into it and make that decision for the both of you guys as a couple is kind of unfair.
I don't see why he didn't just communicate that.
I mean, there are medical schools all over the place. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe he found that out.
What's up, Ma?
I still feel like he's making excuses because I don't see why he couldn't just communicate that with her if that's how he really felt.
Or maybe in his head, he was convinced that even if he did communicate it, she would convince herself otherwise that she needed to be with him. So
and then he'd be living with that kind of guilt, like I held her back. You know,
the fact that she was keeping that from him to begin with, is what says
Why
that
did you
he
keep
wouldn't
that?
have been able to convince her.
why did you keep that from him?
Honestly, it was in the back of my head, and I just wanted to see what would happen. Honestly, I was totally on board with going back home and being with him because, there's medical schools near there as well. There was just this shot, and the professor told me that I should apply for this particular program, and I did, and I got in.
Okay, so your next question, what, if anything, could I have done to have avoided being broken up with? Michael's answer was, maybe if you had been less amazing, I wouldn't have felt like I was holding you back.
Mo, what is that?
I'm
What is
over it,
that?
man.
You're
I'm
so
over it, man.
Just rolling his
I'm triggered.
You're rolling your eyes and your
I'm triggered
ears
right
and
now.
your mouth and everything. What was that?
I guess silly me for thinking you can communicate these things. I mean,
Yeah.
he could have still left. It's not like him telling her this. If she would have convinced that, him that she still wanted to do it, that's fine. He can still leave. But you could have told her this.
It sounds like
think
he's
this is
keeping the door open like a little bit here. Like you were so amazing is making he's communicating that he's like still open to like being with you.
That's what it sounds like.
When you're listening to this, do you think painting Michael, he's trying to paint himself in the best light?
Yes.
Okay.
100%.
And like how he's kind of fallen on the sword in order for her to achieve her dreams.
Which some of it may be true. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you left her. You just ghosted her. You left her with nothing, no information. And it's like, this sounds great. Sounds wonderful the way he's drawing it up. But you could have communicated these things.
All right, the last question you had for Michael. Do you have any regrets? He said, I wish somehow things could have been different, but I don't regret not holding you back. I hope that makes sense.
Well, they could have been different had he communicated. Who knows how
there
they
you
could have
go.
been different. So here would be my advice to
Dobby
you.
looks so confused too.
She was keeping a secret in med school. Like, I don't understand how you're supposed to communicate that when someone's keeping a secret from you and you're supposed to be like, I know you're keeping this secret. And then, and it's fine. It's totally fine. I think you should go. Like, there's just no way to go into that without like
Just like that.
animosity.
So, Chelsea, here's what my advice to you was. I mean, if Tommy could get in touch with this dude, you can get in touch with this dude. So we'll give you his info. I think today would tell you everything. So here dude is saying that he gave up you because you wanted to be in the medical industry. Well, I don't know if you are or not, but you're still like attracted and would like to be with him. And he doesn't sound like he's close to it. I think you hit him up today. And if he responds back immediately, that tells you everything.
This couple has issues with communication. I don't know if they should.
Especially since I am in medical school now.
So are you going to reach out to him? I mean, it doesn't sound like he's opposed to it, but I think that it would prove either Mo right or wrong.
I will take the information and I will decide whether or not, but now that I have this other thing going on with medical school, if he couldn't handle it then, I don't know if he's going to be able to handle it now.
It's a good point.
Fair point.
Yep.
But just remember, if you had been less amazing, you wouldn't have got broken up.
This is
with.
your fault.
Yes.
You got nobody
Your
to blame
fault
but
for being
yourself.
so amazing.
Take it down a
I
bit.
mean,
Yeah.
I can't do nothing but pop my collar.
You need to take a good, hard look in the mirror today. And you need to tell yourself to stop being so amazing.
Calm
I
down.
know.
All right. Slow your roll, Chelsea.
We can feel it just radiating off of you through the phone.
All right, if you reach out to this guy, please email us later on today. Let us know what happened so we can update everybody tomorrow, okay?
I sure will. Thank you again.
You're welcome.
welcome.
Bye-bye.
The Bert Show.